It's just about that time of the week. Time for the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Grab your friends, family, waifus, and husbandos, and join your favorite weebs for an exciting show of anime talk. Hosts Crimson, Frenchie, Wigwiki, and Zario Machini will review and suggest shows, talk about news from the industry, and tackle some of the biggest arguments in the world of anime. It's the Weekly Weebs Podcast, starting now.
Hello, we're back at it again with the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Didn't fuck it up this time. We're crushing it.
This time Crimson fucked it up, but that wasn't on audio.
Yep, can't tell. Didn't happen, so it never doesn't. No proof doesn't exist. Just like O.J. Simpson definitely didn't murder that woman.
Wow.
No proof. No proof. Didn't
if the
happen.
glove don't fit, you must have quit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing so good tonight, dude. God. But yeah, we're here to review an anime assignment that was brought to us by our lovely one and only Frenchie, who's over here that direction.
Mm-hmm. Right there.
What's up, bitches?
Hey, want to talk about the show?
Maybe.
We'll kick it off.
I don't even remember the name of it, so I can't even introduce it.
Look back.
Look back.
Yeah, so Look Back is based on a manga I read a while back, written by Fujimoto. It is the same guy that wrote Fire Punch, Goodbye Eri, and of course Chainsaw Man, and found out maybe like a month ago or something that they made it into a movie and that it had been released on streaming sites, so was really excited to get to assign it. The animation matches his art style so perfectly. Well, the character design, everything like that, it is like direct from the manga pages. And I really love that because that's one of the only things that Chainsaw Man doesn't really do. It doesn't have that like kind of, it's tough to design, like talk about his art style, but it's like messy, you know?
Like my shit.
But I thought that this movie really captured his style as a mangaka a lot.
But was it good?
I think so.
Yeah. Very good.
I think that I probably had more emotional stake in the manga itself than I did the movie. I thought that it kind of transitioned a little bit better. It's tough to really explain why, but the ending stuff with the two girls kind of flowed a little bit better and wasn't as choppy.
Yeah, it did seem like in the anime that moment specifically just felt a little confusing.
It was real fast too.
Just because it was so fast, and I do feel like there was a lot of time skips in this, which I get it because you're only given an hour and you're trying to tell a lot of story. Makes sense, but it just seemed like there was so many time jumps and so much that was happening. Like it was really hard to keep up with at times because of how fast it felt like it was going, but also it felt like it was going slow, like time wise as well. Like it felt like the movie wasn't like it lasted a while, but everything in the movie was going very fast.
Yeah.
I definitely think this should have been an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
30 more minutes would have been solid.
I think the one shot that it's based off is like 138 pages or something like that. And I think it would have been very easy to turn that into a 90-minute movie versus
This is my new Nen technique.
not even an hour.
Hunter's exam.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
Even an extra 15 to 20 minutes would have helped that story a lot. That being said, I do really love this story. I think it is very simple, but very, very impactful. I remember reading the manga and just being like, why does this guy have to hurt me so much?
So from what I remember of the show, I watched it this morning at I can't remember how early it was, and then I played Paragon the rest of the day.
Legit.
One of the characters is dead.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
the
lady
girl
that was in love,
stuck at home.
really loved the chick that did the Starth in elementary school. The chick that died.
Yeah, the one that was stuck at home.
The shut-in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I missed was She said that she wouldn't have died if she didn't draw this.
Yes.
What the fuck happened there? I don't remember that.
So-
My guess
so
it's like
she-
alternate universe.
Well, she does have like a thought of what it would be like. So we do see that for a second.
So is she dead or not dead?
She's dead. So what happened was the little comic strip that she was looking at, that she was like, oh, if I didn't draw this, she'd still be alive. The reason is because when she first went to the house to drop off the diploma,
And she got
She
those
drew
t-shirts
that.
signed.
yes.
Yeah.
First she drew that, and then it fell under the door,
Yeah.
and that's what inspired the other girl to run out of the house because she recognized the art style. Otherwise, because if the first girl did not draw that, the second girl would have just stayed in her room.
So wait, so she died then?
No,
When did she die?
she died like 4 years later.
No.
They're like 19.
They went to college at that point.
They were like 19.
I remember one going to college. This is where I was
It-
confused
it-
because before they went to college, it said she died, and then they were in college, and then she saw him in an ambulance.
The
right?
in college was not real. That was the first girl like thinking about what would happen.
She
Because-
did die at the college though because the guy broke in.
the guy
and
with
just
the
started
pickaxe.
pickaxing people.
Yeah,
But she
She
saved him.
In
not
the
not
what
in
if.
real life.
Yeah,
Not
So
in,
that's when she died.
She died actually in the art class by the
She was
pickaxe
murdered
guy.
by that guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then when we see the
'Cause
what
I didn't
if-
see that. I
when
was
we
throwing
see
cards
the
in
what
my
if
head.
we
later,
don't see her death.
Yeah, we
Okay.
just assume, and then we get a cut to her funeral.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then
Personally,
there's the what if of like if she didn't make that drawing, then we kind of get a quick snippet of like here's her whole life if nothing changed, and then she still goes to college, almost gets killed, and then she's all of a sudden like I'm here to save the day.
see, I actually did have to rewind that part because it did confuse me at first too. Because I thought the girl that came in and did the drop kick,
Yeah.
I thought that was the main girl's sister, who we were told at the beginning of the movie that she does karate, and she literally just looks like an older version of the main character, and that's
Right.
exactly what we see there.
But-
Because she was 19 at the time. But no, it's in that alternate reality, she gave up drawing, which means instead she joined her sister at the
karate
karate
school,
dojo.
and then
uh,
decided to pick it up again when she got older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say this. I kind of thought the girl's death was stupid and kind of unnecessary. Well, for one thing, it literally happens in the background, which is kind of fucked up. And we're just told, oh, dude with a pickaxe went through this school.
But
And,
here's why it's so perfect that was in the background. Because at that point, that chick felt like she was just the background artist of our main girl. So it fits
It literally
well that
was.
she died in the background because that's how she felt. Was she felt like she was just a background artist. So
Eh.
it's a
how
it's
I-
well made, but it sucks. Yes.
how
but
it felt
It makes sense.
how it felt to me is when it was happening is the writer was thinking, oh shit, I need to move the plot along and cause some quick emotional turmoil. I'll just kill this chick. That's how it, as a viewer, that's how it felt to me.
That's fair.
And
fair.
That's one of the parts that is lacking compared to the manga. In the manga, it really more comes across of that she is so stressed trying to create this series and everything like that, that she's like solely focused on this one thing, and that losing her former partner was like a huge breaking point in her. And it also, in the manga, instead of like a parallel universe, if I remember correctly, it kind of gives the vibe of like her actually traveling, like getting the opportunity to go back to that moment in the house, and makes the decision not to draw that panel, and instead make sure that she's in that spot to save the friend. Like, if I remember correctly, that's like how the manga made it feel, that like she gave up that career to be able to be there to save her friend's life versus a parallel universe that didn't actually happen.
Interesting.
It's almost kind of like in Orange, where the guy knows he's got this future with this girl and gives it up to be able to save their one friend from killing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like a year and a half since I read the manga, so it's been a while. Like, I think it was before, it was right after I got fully caught up with Chainsaw Man, because I was obsessed with Fujimoto's writing. He's still my favorite mangaka.
Nice.
And I do highly recommend the manga for this. It's a really good just one shot. And then I recommend Fire Punch to everyone that has the stomach for it, because it's amazing.
That's one I've been wanting to check out.
It's got cannibalism in it. It's kind of crazy.
Nice.
But this one, I think, is just a little bit of a nice little story. Goodbye Eri is another one shot of his that I was obsessed with, and it's also fairly interesting. All the same art style. Like, you could straight up tell me these all take place in the Chainsaw Man world, and I'd believe you, because they all look so similar, because he's got such a specific art style.
Yeah, I did notice that it very much looked like Chainsaw Man cranked to like 11 a little bit in regards to animation. Like, it just felt crisp, felt clean.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was solid. It was solid animation overall. Any other thoughts, gentlemen?
For the most part, it was kind of a nice, chill watch. It's definitely not like the best movie I've ever seen or anything like that, but and I still kind of wish the pickaxe thing just didn't happen. I feel like there were better ways that we could have had kind of the same
Outcome?
Without just mindlessly killing her.
She could have died in such a cooler way, like Truck Coon.
She didn't even necessarily have to die. She could have just like gone on to do her own thing, and they could have been like split up or something. It really just felt like she was written off. That's how it felt. It was just like very, it was unceremonious, and it just felt, I don't know, it felt like not very, it just didn't feel right to me.
That's fair.
But that's just me.
I can see that.
I can see that.
I can see that.
I could see that.
I could see that.
I can't, because I'm not there.
I could see that.
I can see that.
I can see that too.
I can see that. Frenchie,
Yes.
can you see it now?
I can see it now, Mr. Krabs.
I can see that. I can see that.
Oh, I could see that.
I can see that. That's good. Ball!
Just right on the mic.
You somehow hit the one thing you were supposed to not really hit
Oh, man.
in this entire couch.
Is there proof that it happened? Man,
Yeah,
it
the
happened.
spike hit the thing.
No, that could have been
ball.
anything. That could have been anything. Just because the glove was in the room doesn't mean it was,
No, I don't. Please do that. I dare you.
If the glove don't,
You mean if the shoe don't fit?
just like the glove.
No, it's the glove. You know?
Saying the glove didn't fit, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
No video that ball was thrown by me, I didn't do it.
It's true. Man, that's a joke that'll die when we eventually get cameras.
Damn.
Someone doctored it.
Yeah.
Fake dudes.
Yeah. It's deep fake.
Deep fakes.
Shall we get into ratings then, gentlemen? Unless there's anything else we want.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Frenchie, kick us off.
Did he go no?
So,
I thought he went, Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I thought too.
nope, not me, not doing it.
Sorry, go ahead, buddy.
personal enjoyment, I gave a 9. I think overall, I was mostly just really excited to be able to watch this. And even though it was a little disappointing, it's still a great story from one of my favorite mangakas. Not one of, literally my favorite. So, like, I was very subjective on my personal enjoyment, but that's the one I'm allowed to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Animation, I gave it an 8. I think that the show itself, the movie itself, is very well done in terms of the way everything works together on screen. Character development, I gave a 7. I don't think that it's as prevalent as it is in the manga, but we do see some great growth from both people, especially the confidence in themselves. World building, I gave a 6. I don't think we've learned much of anything. Like, we learn about the manga competition, but, like, not very much of how everything worked together. Like, they had a lot more description in the manga, and I really think that's where the extra, 15, 20 minutes could have gone.
Yeah.
Was the transition from school to the series getting picked up, you know? Soundtrack, I gave a 7. I think the music inside the movie's pretty well done. Plot, I gave an 8. I docked it because of those little points where it doesn't flow well and doesn't make too much sense, but overall I think it's still a very cute, very well written story. The performance, I gave a 7. It was just fine. Nothing bad, nothing great. Art style, I gave a 10, specifically just because I think Fujimoto is such a unique art style that it doesn't have to look pristine, but at the same time still looks very well done. Uniqueness, I gave an 8. I don't really have a reason, I just felt like it was an 8. Recommendability, I gave a 6. I'm going to recommend people to read the manga, but overall, I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time. Total of a 76.
Nice.
I can go next.
Hmm?
I can go next.
Yeah, go for it.
Personal enjoyment for me, I gave a 7. I thought it was fine. I already talked about my gripes with the pacing of it at times, so I'll just leave it at that. Animation, I gave a 10. I thought the animation was solid. I really liked the animation in this. It felt very good. I mean, that's the best. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, I don't know what other word to use. It's solid. The animation is really good. It's really crisp. It's really clean. It flows very well. The moment of haunting when she just was at her friend's place and just saw everything going, and it's just the look of dread. I thought that was animated fucking stellarly.
Yeah, for sure.
Character development, I gave a 7. I think that there was some development. It was a little hard to tell at times. It was a lot of development at the beginning, in the first 15, 20 minutes it felt, and then it just kind of didn't. Soundtrack, I gave an 8. I really liked the soundtrack. It gave it lo-fi kind of vibes a lot with the music in the background. It felt very calming. It fit with the show. I really liked it. World building, I gave a 6. Frenchie already nailed it. I'm not going to get into that. Plot, I gave a 7. I thought the plot was fine. I think that, again, I haven't read the manga, so I can't really speak on behalf of it, but I do feel like it could have been a little longer to help kind of make the plot have a little bit more sense and flow a little smoother. Video performance, I gave a 7. I thought it was fine. Art style, I gave a 10. Again, Frenchie nailed it. The art style is very, you can tell that this is some Chainsaw Man level art style, and it fit really well and looked really good. Uniqueness, I gave it an 8. It's very unique, not only just with the art style in general, but the fact that we don't really get many we haven't seen very many short films that could do something like this and also have it be a short film that's about basically becoming a mangaka in a way. So I thought that was really unique and really cool. Recommendation gave 7. I think it's a solid, quick watch. If it's only an hour, I think it's something that would be fun. But total for me is a 77.
All right. Would you like to go, or do you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
You sound disappointed. You can go if you want.
Well, just you can go, dude.
All right, fine.
Okay.
First enjoyment, I gave a 5. I thought it was all right. It didn't get me like super crazy invested, but I thought for the most part it was a pretty chill time. Animation, I gave a 7. I thought that was good. Character development, I gave a 7. It was nice in that small amount of time, kind of watching them grow, with the first girl kind of learning how to share, and basically that she doesn't have to be the only talented one, and then the other girl, getting out in the world.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, I gave an 8. It was a bop. World building, I gave a 5. I thought it was pretty standard. Just kind of told us, just what we really needed to know to get going, I guess. Plot, I gave a 7. Voice acting, I gave a 7. Art style, I gave a 9. Uniqueness, I gave a 6. And recommendability, I gave a 4. I'm probably not going to recommend this to people. From what Frenchie is saying, I'll probably tell them, hey, my buddy said the manga is better, so maybe do that. So that's probably how I would end up recommending this show. If they want an hour to kill, I'll probably tell them to watch something like Fooly Cooly.
What was that other short film that we watched this season?
The one you
Was it by Brazzers?
The one you assigned with the ghost?
Yeah.
It's like
another
Summer Ghost.
It's like summer ghost.
You guys didn't like my joke this time?
Summer Ghost, and
I
then
didn't catch it.
I said,
5
what is it,
centimeters
from
per
Brazzers?
second was also really short.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of, 5 centimeters per second. That one was solid.
Man, total is 65.
You did it again. You somehow managed, out of all this couch, you did it again. You're banned from balls.
It wasn't me, dude.
Well, it's a good thing the ones that were attached to them were in his girlfriend's purse.
Yeah.
She took him after she beat me.
Yep. She also
She
said
uses
you're
them as
banned from
spitballs.
balls.
She sticks them in a straw.
I only get him back when she wants me to use them.
Yeah.
After that, she's like, "All right, you're done."
Yeah.
He just unscrews them like a light bulb.
She was like, "It's time for my filling," and then she'll give them back to me, and then she'll take them away.
Oh my god.
Just call me oatmeal and give me a cream pie.
Okay. She's gonna listen to this and get so pissed. Then she's actually gonna beat me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be like, "It's not a joke now."
Okay. Woo. All right. Personal enjoyment, I give it a 5. Animation, I give it an 8. Character development, I give it a 7. Sound, I give it a 6. Role building, I give it a 5. Plot, I give it a 5. Voice acting performance, I give it a 6. Art style, I give it a 9. Uniqueness, I give it a 7. And recommendation, I give it a 4 for a total of 62.
I feel like it's been a long time since we've had a wiki speed run like that.
It has.
It's 9:43 and I gotta be up in the morning to go get my boots from Elizabeth's house, and I'm staying at my house because I gotta feed the cat in the morning, so I gotta wake up even earlier than I usually do.
Gross.
Well, that brings our average to a 71.
Right on.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna take it?
To the bank.
Where you, Frenchie?
I didn't hear what you said. So,
Where you gonna take it?
somewhere that it won't hurt my back.
That's fair. Pro tip, very good way for back pain. Ask cat to peg you.
Thanks for joining us for an episode.
It loosens up the muscles. That's
Yep.
what she tells me, anyways.
It's also a laxative. So if you're blocked up, He'll get
Sound
every.
like an excellent experience.
And on that note, we'll see you guys next season.
I get to end it.
Then end it.
All right, guys, you have a good time. Hopefully, you get pegged to unblock your constipation.
And help your back.
Yep. But also at the same time, keep those pussies tight and go fuck some grandmas.
See you next season.
Love you.
I'm supposed to say that.
Then say it.
What do you mean
By
next
the way,
season?
this is not the season finale. It's just our last recording of the year.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah, see, this is why he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing it. On his episode, we'll make sure it's the end of the season, though.
Yeah.
So that way, one of the times he says it, he's going to be correct.
I have to be correct eventually.
Exactly. Those judges wish they were correct with O.J. Simpson, let me tell you.
Please end the episode.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Weekly Weebs podcast.
We'll be back next week with more exciting anime talk.
Make sure to join us every show to stay up to date with what's going on in the world of anime. We'll catch you next time.